And as you breathe in and breathe out, the invitation is now to just notice the breath as it enters and leaves the nose. There might be a dry or a cool sensation arising from the nostrils, or perhaps noticing the temperature slightly different in one nostril over the other, or perhaps breathing in more air through one nostril over the other. And allowing awareness to expand to include the back of the throat, noticing the breath as it touches the back of the throat. There might be a tingling or a dry sensation arising there. Or perhaps simply noticing the temperature changing from cooler to warmer as you inhale and exhale. Breathing in, breathing out, allowing awareness to expand again to include the rib cage expanding and contracting with each breath. Perhaps noticing sensations of clothing moving to adjust with the rising and falling of the body as you inhale and exhale. You might also notice the shoulders rising and falling with each breath. And perhaps noticing the back moving out on the in-breath and in on the out-breath. You might also notice the abdomen rising and falling with each breath. And perhaps noticing the body straightening up slightly on the in-breath and leaning forward slightly on the out-breath. Resting, resting. And while resting here with the experience of breathing, we'll turn our attention to the sensations arising in the body. And so here we'll start with the sensations arising from the feet. So just noticing any sensations arising from both feet. And perhaps noticing the feet against the carpet or floor or mat. Or there might be socks against the skin of the feet. Or perhaps just noticing the air resting against the surface of the feet. Inviting the muscles in the feet to relax, grow soft, rest. Perhaps noticing sensations of clothing against the legs. Inviting the muscles in the legs to relax and to unwind. You might notice the weight of the body against the chair or cushion. Inviting the muscles underneath those sensations to rest. And perhaps noticing the hands resting against the body or touching each other. The arms resting against the body. Inviting the hands and arms to grow soft, unwind, relax. You might also notice sensations of clothing against the back, inviting the muscles in the back to grow soft, unwind. You might also notice sensations arising as clothing against the shoulders, inviting the muscles in the shoulders to rest, relax. You might also notice sensations arising from the back of the neck and the sides of the neck, inviting the muscles in the neck to rest. Noticing any sensations arising throughout the cheeks of the face, inviting the muscles in the face to grow soft, letting any tension or stress that might be held in the face go. And noticing any sensations arising from the top of the head, the very crown of the head. Resting, resting. And while resting here with the breath and body, the invitation is now to notice any sounds which might be available. Not focusing on any one sound in particular, but noticing the entire field of sound, hearing all of the sounds all at the same time. Resting with the entire canopy of sound, if you will. And perhaps also noticing a backdrop of silent stillness within the sense of hearing. And so we'll rest right there for a few breaths, maintaining open, spacious, present moment awareness on the silence and sound, the sensations of body and breath, and just rest. And now, while resting here in this present moment experience, the invitation is now to bring into your mind's eye or into your awareness this experience of struggle. Whatever it is in your present moment life, this feeling of tension or wanting to be free from this experience. And not moving into the most tense aspect of this experience, but just something that allows you to feel this sense of struggle. And while we rest into this recollection or this experience of struggle, begin naming the emotions that present themselves. There might just be one or two very predominant emotions, or there might be many different emotions. Just patiently naming the emotions as they arise. Notice if you feel the urge to resist any of the emotions, and name the resistance as well. While we name these emotions and or the resistance, you can also turn and welcome the emotions in. You can say to the emotions, yeah, you belong here, or there's space for you. I can hold you right now. Kind of having this sense of acceptance and allowing whatever emotions are present. Just take a few more breaths to go through this naming and allowing. And in the next breath or two, we'll move into the recognition of our common humanity. And here we just recognize that this type of struggle is normal for the human experience. You might recall friends or family that have had their own struggles and also their wish to be free from that struggle. Just like you, we all, as human beings, have our own struggles that we wish to be free from. And if you wish, offering yourself this type of comfort, offering yourself phrases like, struggle is a natural part of life. It's normal to feel this way. All human beings encounter struggle. Resting, resting. And continue here for a few breaths to acknowledge the common humanity aspect of our struggles. And in this stage, you might feel a sense of supportedness or a sense of camaraderie. And in the next couple of breaths, we'll begin to move into the self-compassion and kindness stage of the practice. And so here the invitation is to start with a compassionate touch, if that feels right to you. If that feels accessible, you can put a hand or both hands over the heart, or perhaps on a shoulder, or some people like to use compassionate touch on their cheek. Whatever you feel is supportive. You might opt not to use compassionate touch at all, and that's fine too. And then we'll begin offering ourselves phrases of loving kindness and compassion. Phrases like, this is a really challenging moment. You're doing a great job. Or simply acknowledging, yes, this is a moment of struggle. Or you might even just say, ouch. be free from this struggle. And if you wish, adding the common humanity, may we all be free from our struggles. And if you can, lend a listening ear to the place in you that's struggling. Listen to what you might like to hear from a wiser self, or perhaps your future self. What would you like to hear? And offer that type of support, compassion. Just spending a few moments now exploring that and offering yourself phrases of compassion, kindness. Or you might just wish to hold space for yourself, and that's fine too. Resting, offering yourself kindness, compassion. And in the next breath or two, notice if you've felt any shift in the experience you've chosen to work with. Just looking back over the arc of the practice today. And just notice if there's an opening or perhaps a lightness around the situation. And if there's not, that's fine. These practices can take time. But if there is, just opening to whatever's there, the goodness that might have arisen, the compassion or kindness. And in the next breath or two, we'll begin to shift out of the meditation and back into a conversational space. And I'll cue that by ringing the bell 3 times.